I believe there is greatness in you. I believe you are smarter than you think. You are stronger than you feel. You have overcome much more than you remember, and you are capable of much more than you give yourself credit for. So what is it that you want to accomplish? See, you have incredible potential. So stop waiting to demonstrate it. Amazing things happen when we focus. I learned this lesson when I was 23 years old, told I was going to die unless I received a dangerous heart-lung transplant. Fortunately, after a year on the list, near death, I received that transplant. And I found myself sitting in a hospital just a few days after the surgery, sitting up for the first time and wondering what's possible now. This was me in 2002. And for whatever reason, that day I decided I wanted to run a marathon. See, before that day, I couldn't walk a flight of stairs without getting out of breath. But as I felt the heartbeat of a stranger beating in my chest and could breathe easily for the first time since I could remember, I realized that there was new potential to tap into. And I wondered what was possible. And for the next 2.5 years, I dedicated myself to the effort of rehabilitating both physically, mentally, and emotionally, and to pushing myself to see what the limits of my physical capabilities were. And 2.5 years later, I crossed the finish line of my first of 4 marathons. And since that time, I've been traveling around the world, sharing that story with people and the lessons I learned while I was waiting for a transplant, in the hopes of helping them live their best life and to live it today. Because as I sat in the hospital waiting for a transplant, what I learned is that the problem we all share in common is that we think we have time. And no matter whether you live to be 40 or 80 or 110, time goes by so fast. But when you think you have enough time or you have an abundance of time, then you make some critical mistakes. Because when you think you have a lot of time, you start to stall and you postpone and you put things off. Because you think someday I'll get to it. Someday I'll do this great thing. Someday I'll make that big decision. Someday I'll put in the effort and the time and the energy to create the life that I want to have, to create the results I want to create. And the problem is that if you never really set aside the time, then there's a good chance those great things will go incomplete. Your work will be left unfinished. And that would be a great tragedy, because the world needs people like you. We need people like you to be their best and to inspire others to be the same. See, I know you. I know that if you're the kind of person who received this invitation and you're the person who's watched this far into the video, that you are the kind of person who can accomplish amazing things. But you're also probably the kind of person who's been sidetracked along the way. Because I know you, I know that you're the kind of person who has great intentions. You're the kind of person who has the ability to do what it is they need to do. But for whatever reason, you never seem to make the time to do it. Or more accurately, you never make the time. Maybe you start and you lose focus. Or maybe you think about doing it and get so overwhelmed you don't even begin. But I know that with your talent and your capabilities and your dream, that with some focused energy and effort, you could accomplish amazing things. And so that's why I've created the Summer of Success. A program where 10 peers get together for 6 weeks and work on one big goal until it's accomplished. I created this quite honestly because I need it as much as you do. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur, but I'm also a husband and a father. We have 3 young kids. I have a lot of goals that I want to accomplish in my life, but I also want to have a life. And I'm guessing you do too. But I know from my past experience that I perform best when I'm surrounded by other people who are just as motivated, driven, and persistent as I am, because they'll hold me accountable, they'll make sure that I do the work, they'll push me past my limits, they'll help me with my challenges, and together we achieve more. So I've built this program called the Summer of Success. What is it? Well, really simply, it's a peer accountability system with a coaching program, a support system, a sounding board, and most importantly, it's a place to push yourself like you have never pushed before. Now, if you don't know who I am, really quickly, my name is Mark Black. For the last 15 years, I've been traveling all around North America, speaking at organizations, schools, conferences, companies, helping them to be their best and to maximize their effort to create results. Because I want everybody that I can reach to live each day to its fullest potential. Not to live every day like it's your last day, but to really seize each day and to get the most you can out of it. So whether I'm speaking at schools or to Exxon or to Mercedes or any of the amazing organizations I've been able to work with, or whether I'm creating videos for people on social media, or I'm doing an interview, or I'm creating content for people to share with others, or I'm building an online video course, or I'm writing a book, or I'm speaking at a school, it doesn't matter. The message is the same. I believe there is greatness in you, and I believe that with focused time, energy, and effort, you can accomplish amazing things. Now, when I look through my life and I see where I've had the most success, I notice one common denominator, and that is the power of peers. When I ran my marathon, I did it with a training group. When I built my speaking career, I became a member of the Professional Association of Speakers so that I could get support. When I wrote my book, I set aside dedicated time every single day to write until the book was done. Imagine what could happen if you set aside 6 weeks this summer and focused an intense, for a short period, but intense period of time and effort on one big goal. What could your life look like after this program? What could it mean for you in terms of results? What are some of the things that you could do? You could design a new product or service in your business, or start one. You could update or build a new website, or update your old tired one. You could get in shape. You could develop new sleeping and eating habits. You could create videos to do online marketing or to share your knowledge with the world. You could build a better relationship with your spouse or your partner or your kids. You could launch a new marketing initiative, or reconnect with past clients, or get your finances in order, or any number of other things. If you accomplished any of those goals, what could that be worth for you? Well, depending on your situation and what goal you pick, it might represent thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. It might represent a major period of growth in your life, or a sense of accomplishment or satisfaction, or even building your legacy. So I've created a program so that whatever that goal is, you can accomplish it and you can do it in just 6 weeks. And here's what it looks like. If you get into the Summer of Success, we're going to give you all of these things. One, you're going to get a private 30-minute focused coaching session to help you get crystal clear on what you want to accomplish in the next 6 weeks. Then you're going to be part of a weekly group coaching call where we will get on video calls together and help each other. I will help you as well, and make sure that you're crystal clear on what you want to accomplish and help you through any roadblocks or challenges that you might have. Here's where it gets really important. We're going to get on the call a second time each week for what I'm calling work sessions. See, the problem I've noticed in some coaching programs is that people get clear on what they need to do, they create a plan for doing it, but then they never actually do the work. Because we're busy, we have other things going on in our lives, and we just don't get around to doing it. Well, in this program, in order to be accepted, you've got to be willing to block out a second block of an hour where we are going to group work. We are going to log onto the computer on video conference while we do our work. So whether that you take a separate device or whatever you do it, you're going to do your work, but you're also going to be on video with each other to make sure that you're committed to at least 6 hours, 1 hour a week for the next 6 weeks to doing the work necessary to accomplish your goal. You'll also get 2 unstuck calls, so if at any time during the process you feel like you need a boost, or you need to work through a problem, or you need somebody to talk to, I'll be here to do that. And you'll get continuous support through our private Facebook group. Now, when I tried to come up with a value for this program, frankly, it was really difficult, because depending on where you are in your journey, this could have tens of thousands of dollars of benefit to you. But I know that not everybody has that, and so I thought, look, the value of this conservatively is probably $10,000, but I'll price it at $4,000. And then I thought, no, I want to make sure that there are no excuses. I want to make sure that it's accessible to as many people as possible. Not that any people can get in, because you've got to make the commitment, but I don't want money to be the primary problem. But I do want you to have skin in the game. So I'm pricing it at $1,000. If your goal, if that thing on your list is not worth $1,000 for you, this program isn't for you. But if it is, then it might be for you. Here are the other ways to know if this is for you. This is for you if you have a specific goal to achieve this summer. So not some vague idea, not some little improvement, but a specific goal that you want to accomplish. That goal has to be meaningful to you and valuable to you, because obviously you don't want to dedicate time, energy, and money to it if it isn't. You know that you probably won't achieve the goal unless you have some sort of support, so you see the value of the peer support. You know the value of accountability and positive peer pressure. And you know the value of having set aside time in your schedule to work on this project. And we'll pick the time slots that work best for the most number of people. We have a group scheduling program. And so if we have to do it at 6 in the morning, then that's when we'll do it. If we need to do it at 10 at night, that's when we'll do it. We're gonna pick the time that people can commit to for 6 straight weeks. Now, who is this not for? Because it's certainly not for everybody. This is not for you if you want someone who's gonna hold your hand. It's not for you if you want someone who's gonna give you constant feedback 24 hours a day. You need constantly to be reassured and told what to do next. Or you want someone to give you your entire plan and not have to make decisions for yourself. If you're looking for that, you need a whole different level of support. This program will not work for you. But if you wanna join us in an incredible journey with 9 other peers, myself included, to create an amazing summer, then this program is for you. I believe there is greatness in you. I want to help you get it out. So do not wait. Let's do this together. Click the link you see at the bottom of this video, wherever you're watching it, and apply to the program. Yes, it's application only, and only 10 people are getting in. So if you're interested, make sure you apply. You have to be serious. We're going to screen these applications, and we're not necessarily taking everybody that applies. But chances are good if you got this video, you're a good candidate, and so I hope you will. And I hope I'll see you inside the program.